Just with rackets. With tennis and badminton.
Yeah, it also like, cause I'm something called mixed dominance, where like I write with my right hand, or then I like throw a football with my left hand. It's like you do different things, and it's kind of it says how your left and your right brain work.
To
also,
the cosmos.
It causes other things.
Yeah, true.
In my brain.
Oh, it's starting it.
Hey, can you share your screen so I can see it live?
Yeah, of course. So.
I'm Michelle Fowler. Your host for what can only be described as a celebration for everyone on Earth. So think about this. Light from the earliest days of the universe has been traveling to us for billions of years.
Actually, yeah.
That's
Just over the last
that's
few
a honeycomb.
weeks, we've captured some of that light with a telescope that sees the universe in an entirely new way. And today we share the very first results. So longtime space fans are going to know who this is. This is Dr. John Mather. He's the senior project scientist for the Webb telescope and a Nobel Prize winner. And John, I couldn't be happier to be here with you today.
Thank you. It's a thrill to be here. It's a very special day.
How are you feeling?
I am thrilled and I'm relieved because you know when you start something this big, you know there's always a possibility. It might not work. It did work. We are so proud.
And you've been on this project for a very long time, right?
Yeah, started in 1995. We had just finished measuring the Big Bang. We measured it with a Cosmic Background Explorer satellite that we built right here at Goddard. And we measured the spectrum. We measured there are hot and cold spots in the Big Bang. So we said, now we know it all, how it all got started. But then what happened after that?
The way you move is
so then I got a call from NASA headquarters. Would I like to work on this new telescope that's going to help answer those questions? What happened after the Big Bang? How did the galaxies grow? How did the first black holes grow? What happened all the way from there to here? So this is our time machine, and I just wanted to be part of it. I am so thrilled that we got a chance to do it.
Yeah, one of the things that I remember you saying, and this is kind of amazing, that after you win the Nobel Prize, you thought that this mission was the most important thing to work on.
Absolutely. It's the next question. After you know how it started, what happened then? And you know, suddenly we now have the technology to do it. We didn't have 50 years ago. Didn't have the technology 25 years ago, even when we started this. We had to invent things along the way, so we did that, and here it is.
Well, thank you. We'll be back to you in just a moment. So at the moment, we're going to talk about the way that Webb is a completely new way to explore the universe. So today, the mission releases its first science images and gives wings to the dreams of so many people who worked so hard for so long to make this possible. For everyone on Earth, this is your telescope. This is the largest, most powerful observatory ever put into space. It's the product of thousands of people working for more than 2 decades. This is a mission that's singularly focused on the biggest questions in science. So the following phrase is often used too easily, but today actually does mark the dawn of a new era. Today, the Webb mission is open for scientific business, and this is just the beginning. The best is yet to come. So, John, one of the things you told me about is that you really want to make sure there are some people that get thanked, people that put a huge amount of effort into this.
Absolutely. Our current project manager, Bill Oakes, took the project from a time of trouble when we didn't exactly know how we were going to get this to work, and got it all the way to the end. Here it is working, and it's because of Bill made this worldwide team. 20,000 people around the world were involved in making this thing all work, and Bill has been there every day making sure that it would happen. So other special person is Senator Barbara Mikulski. She saved our telescope, and she saved the telescope before us. She made sure after the Hubble telescope was launched and it was not in focus that we would go up and fix it. She made sure that happened. When the Webb telescope needed more resources, she made sure we could get that. So Barbara, we thank you.
Well, it is such an honor to be with you, Jay. I mean, it's been a pleasure to be working with you through this whole thing. Thank you so much. Congratulations, and go Webb. So this broadcast, much like every part of this mission, is a partnership. On our journey to explore distant places in space, we've been joined by intrepid travelers from around the globe. We have so many extraordinary collaborators. So let's check in with our partners who will be sharing the stage with us today as we reveal Webb's 5 first science images. From the European Space Agency, I'm joined by Katie Haswell in Darmstadt, Germany. Katie.
Actually infrared.
I see Katie in the background
the
there.
Colors.
Also joining us from the Canadian Space Agency in Montreal, we have Natalie Willette and Sarah Gallagher. Bonjour.
Oh, from here. They're right
I see
here.
Katie in the background there. See the waving too. And so naturally, we're also going to be visiting the nerve center of this mission, the Space Telescope Science Institute, on the campus of Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland.
We're about to see
and there we have
10
Alex
dimensions
Lockwood
further
and
into the
Carl
fucking universe.
Gordon,
We
and they're going to
can't
give us
see the
updates
fucking
and more. Good
people
morning.
on the screen.
We
Please,
see
man.
10 dimensions into her forehead.
Great. So we'll be back with our international partners shortly, where they'll each reveal one of the new images. But today we're also going to be joined by millions of science fans from around the world. Many are gathered at watch parties just for this event. So here we are really going international. So I'm beginning with Bhopal, India. Do we have a signal from Bhopal? Yes. Excellent. Welcome to NASA. Hello, everybody there. Wonderful to be talking to you today, all the way in India.
It's Trace Trees in IRL stream.
We'll be back to them later, yes? Great to wave to you. Hi, wonderful. And we also have a warm welcome now in Portland, Oregon. So we have the feed from Portland.
That guy's falling asleep.
Bit dark, but I see everybody there. Hello, Portland.
Oh my god, please.
They're in an auditorium, I see. Okay, next we're going to go off to Milan, Italy. So afternoon in Italy. Do we have the feed from Italy?
He's mopping it.
I guess we have a screen from Italy.
Going on?
And next we're going to go to Rutland, Vermont. So is this Vermont? Hello, Vermont. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Thank you for being part of this today.
I'm dying.
Okay, going even a little bit further afield, we have Netanya, Israel. Hello. Hello, Israel. Yay. Really nice to see you guys. Okay, and just one more for now. I see people like giving me hugs. Okay, we also have Vancouver, Canada. Hey, Vancouver. Hi. Right. Wonderful. Wonderful to have all these people with you. So right across from the campus from me, there's also a huge watch party taking place with members of the Webb team. So the wonderful thing is that they actually are people that have worked on the mission, and they are part of our NASA Funny family. So hello Webb team.
Funny?
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
There they are. Yes.
These are all NPCs
a lot of people I recognize there.
At.
So it's incredibly important to me personally, and also to all of us at NASA, that the universe belongs to everyone. And we are thrilled to share this day with fans everywhere around the world. We'll say hello to some more later in our broadcast.
Great, man.
So now it's time to start the main event. What you'll see over the next hour will be a collection of images newly processed by the Webb science team. Only a tiny handful of experts have seen the images so far, and I can tell you that we have been so excited to unwrap them for everyone. We will be releasing each image in turn in real time. As soon as you see it on this broadcast, it will be available for download on the internet. On the screen below, you can see a timeline showing where we are in the show and what's coming up next. And by the end of the show, all 5 images will be available to everyone. So hopefully you can tell I'm excited. Okay, so let's do this.
NFT.
I don't know what an NFT is.
Dude, music became maxed.
Okay, we're going to release the first image right here at NASA Goddard Space Flight Center, Maryland, and we're just outside of Washington, D.C. NASA Goddard is home to the project office of the Webb telescope, and the observatory portion of the telescope, the mirrors and the science instruments, were integrated and tested here before launch. So for many of us, including myself, seeing Webb come together bit by bit right in front of our eyes was an emotional and very inspiring experience. So it's kind of like a part of us was out there with Webb right now. A million miles away, part of our hopes and dreams are out there. So I'm joined now by Jane Rigby, the operations project scientist for the Webb mission. And she's a familiar face for people who've been following this before, so welcome, Jane. Okay, so Jane, you not only get the honor of revealing the first image, but this actually got a little bit of a sneak preview. I understand there was a very select audience who's already seen the image.
Yes, so last night, on behalf of the project, I had the privilege of traveling to the White House with the NASA Administrator Nelson and other senior staff to share our first image with President Biden and Vice President Harris.
Leaked! We saw it!
And it was really fun. Oh my gosh. They really geeked out. We had a closed-door session where we got to walk through all the images and just share the excitement, and they were so thrilled, and they got the profundity of what we're seeing. And so now we're gonna let's do it.
Okay, we've got the whole world watching. Are you ready to put the first image up?
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Ready to screenshot, boys.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so the first image is a deep field, and it's also a deep field with a cluster. So why don't we walk through this just a little bit? So if we come up and look at this image, first of all, it's really gorgeous. and it's teeming with
Yeah,
galaxies.
this is the old one.
And that's
Yeah, don't
something
really
that
see
has
this.
been true for every image we've gotten
Shit,
with
mid,
Webb.
bro.
We can't take blank sky. Everywhere we look, there's galaxies
Oh,
everywhere.
mid.
And so, you know, this image, as
galaxy's
we're looking at
hella
it, what we're
mid.
seeing is not just all the galaxies, but there's a cluster here. And so the cluster are all these white, kind of ethereal
this
galaxies.
picture
We're
was
seeing
blurry
them
and
as they looked
moving.
back in time, right? The speed of light is only
Camera
so
was
fast.
dirty.
And so as we're seeing distant galaxies out in space, we're seeing them as they looked billions of years ago. So these cluster
Wait.
galaxies, the white ones, we're seeing as they looked
That's
about
mind-boggling.
the time the sun and the earth formed.
It is kind of crazy.
And then
if you think
behind the
about
cluster,
every
Wait,
single-
we
what?
have the cluster.
a really bright one.
The gravity of the cluster is distorting and warping
Oh, yeah,
our
it's the
view
past.
of what's behind. And so there are these
Yeah,
galaxies
so
that look
those lights
stretched
that you're
and
seeing
pulled,
took
kind of like they've been
millions and
magnified
millions and
because
millions of-
they've been magnified
here,
by
so
the gravity of the
There's
cluster,
still
just
a
like
lot
Einstein
of those
said they would.
different galaxies
And
there,
you know, it's
but
really
maybe not
there's
the
so
same
much
ones.
detail here. We're seeing these galaxies in a way that we've
Wow.
never been able to see before. There's just
Way
a
too dang.
sharpness and a clarity we've never had. And so we can look
Is
at
the
if we
deep
zoom
field
in on
really
this image, and I
13
encourage you
billion
as you
light
grab
years
this
now?
image at home, like zoom in. You can,
Star
you know,
Wars
really
better.
zoom in and play around. There are galaxies here in which you're seeing individual clusters of stars forming, popping up just like popcorn. And then we also see in the background of this image, kind of littered like jewels all over the back of the image, are these faint
Oh yeah.
red
She keeps saying
galaxies.
galaxy.
Now,
What if this
that
is-
was what we built the telescope to do.
So every
The most
single
distant of
fucking
those
light
are
has
billions
millions
of
and
years. We're
millions
seeing
of
as they
planets and
looked
stars in it.
more than
Every single
13
dot
billion
that you see
years ago.
has
And
millions
so
of planets
galaxies
and stars
like
in
that
it.
one right there,
Every
this
one.
little red guy, you're like, okay, yep. What is that? Well, Webb got
the
spectra
crazy
to
part.
figure
You're
out what
seeing
those
just little
galaxies are
planets here and
made
there.
of.
Oh,
And
wow,
this is that
what?
one. We're seeing as it looked 13.1 billion years in the past,
Wow.
less than a billion years after the Big Bang. And we're seeing the elements of oxygen and hydrogen as well as neon. You know, this is how the
How'd they learn
oxygen
how to
in
do
our
this?
bodies was made in stars
They went-
and in galaxies, and we're seeing that
Just kept
process
taking
get
the
started.
astronomy class.
I want to give this a little bit of context. So this is now the farthest away galaxy that we have this sort of detailed information about.
That we know what it's made of.
We know what
like
it's
that.
made of.
Yes.
And this was not a long exposure for Webb.
No, the previous record holder, right, the Hubble Extreme Deep Field, was 2 weeks of continuous work with Hubble, and it was just imaging.
11 days.
With Webb, we took that image before breakfast. The amazing thing about Webb is the speed at which we can churn out discoveries. So everything that you're going to see here in this broadcast is a week, and we're going to be doing discoveries like this every week.
That is absolutely incredible, Jane. So thank you so much for joining us. It's been an honor to be working with you. Congratulations on all your hard work.
Thank you. It's so wonderful to see it pay off.
So thank you, and I'll see you later on today, I hope. So
Yes.
enjoy the day.
Thank you.
Right. So from distant galaxies, we now turn our eye to something a bit closer. It's a planet, but not one in our solar system. Remember that Earth and its sibling planets aren't the only show in the universe. When scientists and engineers started developing JWST, the search for exoplanets wasn't even part of the plan. That's changed. Exploring exoplanets is now a major component of the mission and the subject of our second big reveal of the day. I'm going to send it now to our friends Natalie Willette and Sarah Gallagher at the Canadian Space Agency in Montreal. So again, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, baby.
Why don't they just tell us aliens are real right now?
I guess we're having a little.
Oh. Longueuil. Holy
Bro,
fuck.
it's fucking Felix's house.
Bro, dude, I don't live in Longueuil. Nobody lives there.
Okay. I'm gonna call Webb, and I'm here to tell you.
Come on. It's happening.
Wait. The
Sorry for the brief,
broadcast is a
fast thing over
rebroadcast.
Canada.
What?
This came out yesterday, bro.
Bro. No
Okay.
way.
Yep, we're all ready. Yeah.
Wait.